Hello friends, and welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be doing some Transmog. Tomorrow I will be doing another stream and we're going to look at beta again. We're going to dive back into the Shadowlands beta, but today I just wanted to do a bit more Transmog, just because I'm kind of enjoying trying to get some of these sets complete at the moment. So having a look at it, there is obviously raids that we cannot do this time around because we have already done them this week. So I'm just going to be trying to fill in some more of the blanks with raids that we haven't yet done. So the first place that I am going to be going to is one that I'm not particularly keen on, which is Serpent Shrine Cavern, and we need to kill the lurker below because I have already done the eye this week and did not get the braces from there. So the only other option is the lurker below. So we will give that a try and see if we can be lucky enough to get that. Now, I can't remember if the lurker below requires you to have fishing. I believe it does. I do have fishing, so that's not a problem. The only thing is that I do need to find somebody who sells a fishing rod because I don't currently have one of those right now, and I'm not sure who it is that's going to sell one. Let's see if the grunt can tell me. I imagine it's going to be near the profession trainer, so we'll just select fishing, which is apparently over here somewhere. So yeah, I'll quickly grab a fishing rod. We'll make our way over to Burning Crusade, and then we will take a look and see what we can get. Apparently there's a new fishing skill that I can acquire, so we'll get a strong fishing pole. I don't think we need anything like fancy, just simply something that can fish. And then we'll now get this show on the road. So yeah, if we can get the braces here, that will then complete for us the destroyer armor. Once we have done that, because we'll still be in the Burning Crusade, I will then look to make my way over to Black Temple, and we will give a try for the Onslaught armor. Because we only need 2 pieces of that. There's 2 chances for the boots and 1 of the braces. And again, I think both of or all 3 of those bosses are fairly early in the raid, so it's nothing whereby we're going to have to travel too far. A lurker below, I'm pretty certain, is quite early on in Serpent Shrine Cavern as well, which is handy because it just means that we're not having to go through a massive long raid, you know, similar vein to Siege of Orgrimmar. But if we can get at least 1 set done on the stream, that'll mean that we will have completed 3 sets, I think, in the last 2 Transmog streams, because the stream we did yesterday was mounts, so that one wasn't Transmog, so that doesn't count. So I think the stream before that we got the Braces of Wrath, which finally finished the Wrath set, and then we also had the Mythic Siege of Orgrimmar set complete as well the last time that we went there. We got the boots, so that completed that one. That was 2 in 1, which was brilliant. So fingers crossed we can have some luck like that again and get 1, maybe 2 sets complete, just depending on how quickly we can get around to it. In terms of the Gruul's Lair armor set, now it says a vendor here. The braces dropped from Ataman. We have already done that as part of the mount stream yesterday, so no, we didn't get the braces from Ataman, but everything else just says vendor. I'm not 100% sure where that's from, so I might potentially need to just quickly have a look online for that. Obviously I know it's going to be somewhere in the Burning Crusade, but I'm not exactly sure where, so to save me flying around on stream looking for that, we'll probably just have a quick check online at some point and find out where that needs to be. In terms of Sunwell, I think we might have already done Sunwell this week. Let's have a look. No, we haven't done Sunwell. So it looks like the majority of the raids that we're going to be doing this week are most likely going to be Burning Crusade ones, which is fine. You know, most people probably would be happy with that. Probably sick of seeing a lot of the later ones. So we'll make our way down here. It used to always confuse me trying to find this place, because if I remember rightly, the raid is down here, which is Serpent Shrine Cavern. You've then got Slave Pens, Steam Vault, and the Underbog, I believe, all 3 of which are located in this sort of like underground area. And it used to always confuse me trying to find it when I was playing BC originally. Now, one of the things that is probably going to be worth me mentioning is I did touch very loosely on it in my stream yesterday that I've been playing around with Druid and thinking of going Restoration Druid. Now, I've done a couple of Mythic Dungeons now as Restoration Druid, and I'm very much enjoying the way that feels. So I'm still looking to main Warrior in terms of going into Shadowlands, but I definitely think that playing Restoration Druid is looking to be my alt. There's a chance it might become my main alt option. It's a potential thing, just purely on the basis that I think it's going to be better for me in the long run in terms of getting groups, getting gears, therefore going to be easier as well. PvP, because it is something that I would like to try for streaming and doing PvP. I just think PvP as a warrior, it's going to be very difficult to do. Not many compositions are that bothered about warriors, from what I understand. So yeah, not overly bothered about that, to tell you the truth. Now, if you just give me 2 moments here, just going to quickly close that while I log back in. So I'll just have to make do with just me at the bottom temporarily. Not sure why we got disconnected there, to be fair. Good start to the stream, thanks Blizz. Appreciate it. Okay, right, we're back in, good to go. Temporary setback, but we can live with it. So back where we left off before that happened. So Druid is definitely one of the ones that I am interested in going for. Like I say, PvP wise, they've always been strong in terms of healing. Excuse me, in terms of Mythic Plus and dungeons, Druids have always been powerful. And raiding, I don't think they're the best raid healers, but they're still, a good raid healer. So all in all, if you're going to do healing, I think Druid is a good choice, and therefore that's why I'm thinking of making that decision for myself as well moving forwards. I'm most likely going to do, when I go on the beta tomorrow, I'll probably take a little look at Druid, because I've already spent some time on Warrior and had a look at that, and got to grips a bit more with how Warrior is going to work. To be honest with you, nothing has really changed for Warrior, nothing drastic anyway going into Shadowlands. So it'll just be nice, especially having a look at playing a Druid will be quite nice, because it's not something that I have ever done before. So we didn't get any new Transmog there, but we'll take it anyway just for a little bit of raw gold that it does give us. Now, from what I understand, if nobody's ever been to Serpent Shrine Cavern before, I mean, there's some decent gear that you can get from here, but the lurker below is the boss that we're here, and we want the braces from him, so that's what we are particularly after. And like I say, I think he spawns if you can fish him up from the ground. So if we just go over here, I don't think going in the water kills me or anything like that. Nah. It would have been probably dangerous once upon a time getting hit by a lot of level 70 elites, but it's not a problem now. Paladin offset shoulders, they're not too bad, but not what we're here for. We're here to complete warrior sets is the main thing. So I'll just quickly chuck fishing on here, cast this out. And I think it should just be guaranteed, is it? Although that didn't do anything there. Let's try that again. Definitely could make fishing a lot more engaging in World of Warcraft. I think it's got to be, out of all the professions that are available in this game, I definitely feel like it's one of the ones that it is the worst. Third time the charm? No. Yeah, there we go. I knew it had to be fishing. There we go. So we did get him eventually. Third time was the charm. So we'll just make quick work of this guy here. Fingers crossed we get the braces. And we did! Nice! Nice! What a way to start off the stream. So we hit in the Serpent Shrine Cavern and Eye achievement, get the set. So that is the Destroyer armor complete with a nice little bracer grab there to complete that. That is excellent. Very happy with that. Now the only problem is we've got to make our way back out of Serpent Shrine Cavern, and then we will put the Destroyer arm on, because as is the rule with these streams, when we get a full set and complete one, we have to put that set on. So once I get out of here, I mean, it is a shame because I do like my little Transmog outfit that I've currently got on at the moment. If anybody hasn't seen it, I just want to show it off again. So I went with the Eternal Travelers shoulder, gloves and legs, and then I went with the Mythic Dragon Soul, or Heroic Dragon Soul, sorry, armor, Void Edge, Ash Candy, and Wraith, what's it called? Wraith Chill Armageddon, just to go with this whole sort of mixture of like a traveller who's become damaged by the void, is the look that I'm currently going with at the moment. But that is soon about to change as we put the Destroyer armor on once we get out of this place. So that's brilliant. What a start to the stream. So that is another set complete in full now in terms of the Destroyer armor. So next one that we are going to do, I mean, I am kind of close to Gruul's Lair, but I don't know, when it says vendor, I don't know if you can you just get the tokens from Gruul? Let's actually have a look. That's probably going to be a good idea, is if we just take a look. So you can get shoulders and leggings from there. Axe of the Grondlords is disgusting. It looks like some sort of steak that's just been like full of rot. Aldori Legacy Defender, this is something that I so desperately wanted back when I was in Burning Crusade back in the day. I was tanking and I desperately wanted that shield, but sadly I was never able to acquire it. So it looks like we can get the legs and the shoulders. So then that still leaves the chest guard. I mean, the braces we know about, that's fine. I'm going to assume the chest guard is potentially from Karazhan, right? Because if it is, then that's somewhere that we're going to have to, not necessarily do today, but we'll have to do at some point. Gloves. Maybe not. Oh, I know. Is it in Megtheridon? Yeah, there it is. I knew this. It's a very strange place in terms of raids in the Burning Crusade, but there we go. So what we'll do then is we will quickly head over to Gruul's Lair, because it's not that far away. Magtheridon's Lair isn't that far away, and that's very quick. In fact, both of them are very quick. Gruul's Lair and Magtheridon's Lair are very quick. And one of the things that I am enjoying about doing these streams at the moment is showing off some of the old raids and dungeons that, you know, some new players may never have come to, and it's just nice for them to be able to get a view as to where the game's come from, and you know, sort of see what sort of content was available previously. If any of you play Classic, Burning Crusade is coming out potentially next, well, not potentially, is coming out, and it looks like it'll be fairly early next year. I think May time at the very latest, from what I understand at the moment. So a lot of this stuff is going to become mainstream then. So I just need to make my way out of these annoying tunnels here. There we go, I managed to find a heroic leap, which always helps speed things up a little bit. I was getting nervous there, I'm not going to lie. I was getting nervous when that lurker wasn't coming up. I was thinking that I needed like a special lure or something to try and get him out of the ground. So big relief for him to come out, and then for the fact that he dropped the braces as well. Woo! What a start to the stream. So the next one on the hit list is Gruul's Lair, as mentioned previously. So we'll head over to here. Fingers crossed we can get both. Like I say, I know we can't complete this set today because we don't have the braces from Atamen, and he's already been done this week, so we'll have to wait. The only good thing with those braces is that they're not warrior specific. They can be worn by any plate wearer. So if I do want to, I can just go with other plate classes to that boss and kill them. Not sure what those braces belong to, but it didn't mention them on here that they can drop from Gruul's Lair. However, there's been other things that I've had that have dropped in other places that haven't necessarily been in there. So I think there's some that just don't fully match up with Blizzard's loot table and sets properly, but that's fine. So casually just going to head on over now to Gruul's Lair. This is Blade's Edge Mountains, I think. Is that the name of it? Yeah, Blade's Edge Mountains. I do like this area actually. The big spikes coming out, the drakes, I think are a really nice touch, having the drakes that are like speared on the spike coming out the mountains. Really nice look. Definitely one of the zones that I don't remember PvPing in a great deal. There's the arena, the Blade's Edge Arena. If anybody does PvP, you can actually fly over it there. But yeah, it's definitely not one of the zones that I remember questing in that much, to be honest with you. I don't think it was a requirement to come to all the zones in Burning Crusade, if you did like dungeons as well. One of the main things that I remember coming here for, I think it was this zone, but it could be right, it might have been Zangarmarsh, but it was as a hunter, was one of the classes that I was playing at the time, and I wanted one of the sort of serpents that could teleport or blink towards enemies, because that was kind of handy. So yeah, I remember coming to try and tame one of those, but apart from that, it was mainly just for when I was coming to do Gruul's Lair, to be fair. So this is the first boss of Gruul's Lair. It was actually, so essentially like a 5-man party that you come up against with a healer, warlock, mage, and then you had like the main guy, DPS. Used to be a bit of a nightmare for groups that weren't very coordinated, because it did require some CC, and it required you to kill in a particular order, which some groups just can't quite do. So we've just got some braces. We've got 3 pairs of braces there, all the same. Blade Spire Warbands. Now, the thing is, that's just dropped from the same sort of tier, so Gruul's and Magtheridon's are coming in at like the same sort of tier of gear, so if those braces have just dropped here, I have the feeling that they are technically part of the set that I'm trying to complete by coming here. So here's the big boy himself. You'll probably recognise that you can get mounts very similar in terms of the Gromlings now. So Gruul goes down and we get... So we got some gauntlets. Strange looking coloration, but I'll take them, why not? We got a sword which looks okay. That model I believe was used for the PvP swords in Burning Crusade, the spellcaster ones. We got some leggings, but not for our set. We did get the leggings of the Fallen Defender, however, so there is another piece to go towards the collection. So all in all, not bad, because that's potentially the braces for the set, and we got the leg guards as well. Sadly, we didn't get the chest piece, but ultimately that would have been very lucky for us to get both the legs and chest in one run. But we got a new weapon, got some new gloves and leggings, all from that very, as you can see, it's a very quick run to do Gruul's Lair, so that was definitely worthwhile. Now we'll head over to Magtheridon's Lair. This is probably one of the lesser known raids, I would say, in Burning Crusade that people would ever actually bother to come to. I don't think the gear was very good from Magtheridon's Lair, if I remember correctly. I know it had like the tier chest piece, but I think that was pretty much about it. Because it's just the one boss, so it was very quick, very nice and easy to do. And that is located in the Hellfire Peninsula over at the Hellfire Citadel. Hellfire Citadel, most people will probably know, is where there is, again, 3 dungeons located around that raid point. So you've got Hellfire Ramparts, Blood Furnace, and then you've got Hellfire... I can't remember the name. Can't remember the name of it. Let's have a quick check. But yeah, so there was 3 dungeons there. Shattered Halls, that's the one. Essentially, it was just like very similar to. In fact, a lot of them tend to come in 3s, which is something. I mean, the only time that changes a little bit was here, whereby when you had to go through the Caverns of Time, you had 2. but then over at Orchard Down it made up for that by having 4, and then don't really count the Majesty's Terrace because that came after with Isle of Quel'Danas. But yeah, they had the sort of 2 zones whereby, or 3 zones, sorry, whereby there was 3 dungeons surrounding a raid. So you've got these 3, the Alcatraz, Botanica and Mechanar. They all surround Tempest Keep the Eye. You've then got the 3 down here that we mentioned earlier, Slayer Pen, Steamboat and Underbog, which surround Serpent Shrine Cavern, and then Blood Furnace, Shattered Halls and Hellfire Ramparts, which surround the one that we're going to now, which is Magtheridon's Lair. In terms of Orchard Down, I don't believe that there is a raid over there, if I remember correctly. No, I didn't think so. Black Temple is over in Shadow Moon Valley, and that's where we're going to go after we've done Magtheridon's Lair. So we're going to quickly get this boss done and dusted. Fingers crossed we can get the item that we need. So if I remember rightly from Magtheridon, it was the chest piece. So fingers crossed we can get that. Hasn't ticked the braces off there, so it definitely wasn't the braces that we needed for that set. I'm not quite sure what the braces were, which set the braces were for, to be honest with you. Possibly Destroyer Armor, maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's definitely not the ones that we were looking for the Warbringer, so hopefully Ataman will give us those next time we go and try and get his mount off him, which will most likely be this coming Wednesday, potentially. So one thing that I do need to do just before we go into this raid is I need to put my new armor set on, because that is the rules of the game that we are playing. So I'm going to quickly change over to the Destroyer armor set. As you can see, we're building up a nice little catalogue of full sets now, which is good to see. So we'll change that over. And then I think this raid is like at the very base of the this. It's been a long time since I've come to this raid. Right, it doesn't look like it's down there. I do feel like it was at the base of it, potentially. Is it down here? Is this the one? Yeah, there we go. I knew it was looking good. So we'll come into Magtheridon's Lair. Pretty cool dude. A very big model, trapped inside this sort of prison down here, or what looks like a prison. I can't quite remember the lore for Magtheridon, to be honest. There he is. Don't know if we do have to kill all the ads. There is a potential that might be a thing to get him out of his bonds. I think it's just the ones in here is fine by the looks of it. And they all auto drop, which is good. It's very handy. Thank you. So here's Magtheridon. Very cool looking model, but ultimately we are here just to try and get the gear. Right, looks like we might have got... We definitely got a chest piece, but I'm not sure what it is. Magtheridon's helm, we're not bothered about. Head, we're not bothered about that. Yeah, would have been good back in the day, I imagine, but definitely not something that we're too bothered about. And then we've got a 20 slot bag. Well, they're neither here nor there nowadays. The gems, again, would have been really good back in the day, but not something that's desirable now. Chest piece, sadly, is not for us, so it looks like we'll have to come back and do Magtheridon's Lair again. That is something that can only be acquired on Warrior, so we will need to do it on this character, because I don't actually have another Warrior that's high enough level for it to count or to be able to do it. But yeah, I mean, considering I wasn't even going to try for that set and we've got the leggings, it's still a bonus, do you know what I mean? It's not a total waste. Fingers crossed next week we can actually complete that set as well. So I'm just going to, before we fly over to Black Temple, I am just going to very quickly sell some stuff because my bags are getting pretty full and a lot of it is just absolute garbage. So we'll just get a lot of most of this here. Naturally, hang on, that's a pet, so we'll keep that. I didn't realise, I thought it was, is it a sun moat that they are called in Sunwell? So I just thought it was trash, which it is in essence, but ultimately we will keep it because it's a pet and we didn't already have it. Right, cool, so that's that done. Let's now make our way over to Black Temple, and that is where we're going to try and complete the Onslaught armor. We do still need braces from Naxxramas 25. There's quite a few places that can drop by the looks of it. And we also need the braces for normal. So in typical fashion, it's braces that are letting my set down. I think one of the reasons for that is because, like I say, braces, you don't really notice them. And as long as I had this, which, you know, I've got everything except for the braces, you're not going to notice that I'm missing them. So it was just kind of like a, well, why bother sort of thing. But ultimately, that's the whole point of doing these streams now, is I want to have them in the sets tab, the sets option, when I'm putting it on there. Try and complete a lot of the sets that we can. So we're going to do Sunwell again. Look at braces, I know. So we're going to do Sunwell last, I think. So we'll go and do Black Temple, get these ones out the way, and then we'll go and do Sunwell as the last one. So in terms of it, Destroyer Armor has been complete this stream, which is excellent news. Warbringer, we have now got the leggings, which we didn't previously have. We need to get the shoulders and the chest piece, which both drop from Gruul's Lair. So no, they don't. It's a lie. Shoulders drop from Gruul's Lair, chest piece drops from Magtheridon's Lair, so we'll have a crack at getting those. Braces will just naturally pick up by killing Ataman the Huntsman, and can potentially go back with another character if we need to. In terms of the Gladiator sets, I haven't been doing any PvP. The chances are I won't be doing any PvP at least until Shadowlands now. So ultimately we'll just ignore the Shadowlands sets for now. In fact, let's just take PvP out of there just temporarily. So once we can try and get, I mean, we could also, with the belt for this set, we could actually go and do that with other characters as well, because it's not warrior specific. So it might be worth, I've got a Death Knight, Paladin, yeah, I think that's it. I've got a Death Knight and a Paladin that could do both of those, so we might have to go on them and try and get the braces from Ataman and the belt from Encourage, just to see if we can potentially finish that set off this week or not. So yeah, we'll do Black Temple now, see if we can get these last two pieces here. We'll then do Sunwell and jump over there, and then I think I might be locked out for Naxxramas this week. Let's have a look. Naxxramas 10. I'm not sure if you can do 10 and 25 respectively with separate lockouts. I know that there is some raids that have separate lockouts and some which don't. So potentially, depending on time, it might be a case that we jump over to Naxxramas, have a look and see if it's possible for us to do that one as well. The reason I'm locked out of 10-man Naxxramas is I was just trying to get some Transmog staves for my druid, which didn't drop sadly, but we'll need to go there anyway because we need the braces to complete the warrior set, so it's not the end of the world really that they didn't drop this time, because it just means I have to go back again. Now, one of the things that I did really enjoy recently on World of Warcraft was when they did time walking raids and we got to come back to Black Temple. Really enjoyed that. And then at that point I was able to get the achievement for completing the raid, and it meant that I was allowed to do the transmog of the Warglaives on my Demon Hunter. So I really enjoyed that, and I definitely think the time walking raids has been a good thing that they've implemented. The only time that it was rather sort of difficult and annoying was, and this isn't Blizzard's fault, this is the player base fault, but when they did the one for the anniversary of Molten Core, I think it was, or the anniversary of the game, and they re-released Molten Core. Oh, that took a long time to complete. You know, there was just a lot of people just didn't know very. I mean, considering how easy Classic is, you'd have thought that it would have been easy to do with, you know, people wearing, because although everything was scaled down, you were still wearing retail gear, so in terms of like bonuses that you wouldn't have had back then were still applicable on armor. So yeah, it was surprising how many people actually struggled to do Molten Core, and it made it a very frustrating experience indeed. But thankfully, I managed to complete the raid and get the mount, because that was the main thing that everybody was bothered about, was getting the Core Hound mount, which thankfully I did manage to get. Sadly, no bracers off the first boss. I'm fairly certain that's the one, Agentus, yeah. So sadly we didn't get the bracers from him, nor did we get the Rising Tide axe. Not that I'm that bothered, it's unique, it's good, but it's not that we were here for. So sadly we didn't get that, but that's okay. We will do Supremus now, because I don't think you can skip him. But then thankfully Shade of Akama and Reliquary of Souls are both pretty close to each other. And we might actually have a chance of getting Torch of the Damned as well, which would be a really nice looking piece to get. So fingers crossed for that. The Brutalizer, which we already had. I was surprised. I didn't actually think I had the Brutalizer, so I was surprised to see that not come up as new Transmog. Funky little one-handed axe. Could look quite good maybe with like a Mechanome or something like that, because it kind of looks a bit like a sort of wrench in a way. But yeah, definitely not the sort of thing that I'd be looking to wear myself. So we'll make quick tracks through this place. Done Black Temple many a times, as you can imagine, with me having both the legendary Warglaives. It's somewhere that I've spent quite a lot of time. If anybody else is out there is trying to get the Warglaives, then good luck with your runs. It's not an easy task, I know, but if you're going to be maining like Demon Hunter, it's definitely worth it in the long run, because having that appearance for the for Demon Hunters in terms of your Transmog is really nice. I mean, I know it's a bit more difficult now because you have to get the achievement. Oh, do you have to still get the achievement? I haven't even checked that, because I just know that I can use the Warglaives because I did have the achievement. I don't know if you need to get them now, because I know that you can transmog legendary items regardless, so I don't know if you do still need the achievement for those specifically or not. It's something I'll have to just double check in my own time, but yeah, the appearance of those is definitely something that is well worth having for any Demon Hunter player. So sadly, again, we didn't get the boots from Shade of Akama, but that's fine. We do still have a chance this week to get them from the Reliquary of Souls. I don't think there's anything else that I'm particularly bothered about trying to get. It says I haven't got that appearance, but I know I have. Yeah, I think it's just the braces and the belt that I'm here for in particular. Braces and boots, sorry. So we'll jump up here. Fairly certain this is the way, if I remember correctly. Actually, this is going to take me to Gorefiend, isn't it? Do I have to kill Gorefiend? He drops Soul Cleaver, which is okay, but it's nothing that, again, I'm bothered about particularly having right now. Belts, Paladin of Colour. Gauntlets we've already got. So yeah, I don't think we do actually need to go that way, because that's just going to take me up to Terran Gorefiend. I don't think it's a requirement to kill him before I can move on to go and kill the Reliquary of Souls. And I want to just try and get these Transmog runs done as quickly as I can. I really do like the ambience of this raid. The music's really nice, very eerie. The raid itself, probably one of the better raids, I feel. It changes the aesthetic quite a lot, so you've got this, you know, these sort of like pens down here, but then as you get further up it becomes a bit more regal, kind of a bit like the event theatre in Shadowlands. So you've got this like lower level and lower class, and it's all a bit broken and damaged down at the bottom, but then when you get towards the top everything's all nice and shiny, and there's, you know, all the sort of blood elves sat around having their little picnics. Now this boss, I always find the voice acting for this boss to be rather interesting, to say the very least. I don't think I have the voice turned on, so you probably won't hear it. But I'll make sure I have it turned on for next time. You can, it's just very quiet. I do have it on, but it's very quiet, so sadly I don't think you'll be able to hear it. But making pretty quick work of this raid. I'm very glad that I changed the warrior talent for heroic leap to speed that up, because that definitely helps make these transmog runs a lot more bearable. This boss used to catch a lot of people out back in the day. I remember a lot of people struggling with it, mainly because of the ad phase. People just couldn't do the ads. I don't know why. Not a particularly difficult boss really when you put it down on paper, but just for whatever reason it used to catch people out really. So sadly we can't complete this set because we didn't get the braces, but we can at least get the boots, fingers crossed. And that just means that it's yet another set to add to the collection where my braces is the only thing that I'm missing, because that seems to be how my collections go. Oh, she pops. Right, fingers crossed. Well, we got Torch of the Damned, so it's not a total bust. Sadly, like I say, we didn't get the boots, but Torch of the Damned is definitely a nice looking weapon. So I'll take that. That's not, like I say, it's not nothing, which is the worst if you come to a raid and just get nothing for that week. So I'll definitely take Torch of the Damned. New weapons, especially big, chunky looking weapons like that, I'll take that any day of the week. Can't argue there. So I did hear that I know we are still going to go to Sunwell, but I just heard because it's quicker than running all the way back out of Black Temple. There isn't like a portal or anything like that that's going to get me there, get me to the beginning faster, and ultimately we've got to go up the Isle of Quel'Danas anyway, which is Paul within Shattrath, so it just made sense that we just use that. Always remember to jump off your mount, because the game will not let you go through that portal while you're on your mount. And then let's make our way over to the Sunwell and see if we can get any pieces from there. So I'm still a bit unsure on the braces because it says vendor and it says Onslaught braces, which I'm a little bit confused about because Onslaught is the Black Temple set. So yeah, not too sure what's sort of going on there really. But you never know, they might drop, or I might need to try and find them somewhere else. Right, it looks like I'm going to end up with a lot of enemies behind me, but that's fine. And then after that, I'm just trying to think of where to sort of go beyond that, and beyond the raids that we're already doing now. Trial of the Crusader, I need quite a few pieces from there. So we have got the option to go to Trial of the Crusader, I think. Yeah, the 25 man drops the stuff as well, so there is a chance that we could do it on 25 man and get a lot more drops. That's very quick and very easy to get to as well, so we might potentially go and do that one. The Firelands Heroic set, we only need the braces. Lord Rylith, I think he's quite early on in the raid. Braces from Bastion of Twilight. So there's some that we could potentially look to do very quickly. hopefully we can get at least one more set finished off this this stream. That would be good. Some I didn't realise how many of them I just don't have anything for. So there's definitely a lot of work to be done in terms of finishing off these Transmog sets. Right, so we got that might be the braces actually. Nice, so we got the onslaught braces, so when it said vendor, that wasn't true. So that's a really nice addition that I wasn't expecting to get the braces off that boss there. The Amazon Brilliant Light is a set that I really do like for priests. The sort of faces with the masks bound around them, really cool looking armor set. I wasn't too keen on because I think that was the set that they revamped in Tomb of Sargeras, and I wasn't that fussed on it, the revamped version. Definitely preferred the original. Excuse me for yawning. So I've got the braces, so there's actually a really good chance here because we can get the helm from Kil'jaeden, but it also says vendor, so there's a very high chance that the helm token will just drop. And then the chest piece has a chance to drop off two of them, Miru, and again it says vendor. So just out of curiosity, if we come onto here, does it have? So it doesn't seem to have tokens that can drop. It's a very strange place because I'm fairly certain tokens are always at the top. Right, okay, so legs, no, boots, braces and belt can drop here, the tokens, right, that makes a bit more sense. But the some mort, it was some mort that confused me, that's why I was trying to sell that pet before. But yeah, some mort was the thing that was making me think that I'd just got a bit of trash previously. So that was from Hydros, right, okay. I did wonder where I'd got that from because I didn't remember getting a pet anywhere. So it'd be nice if we could just get out of here. Get this boss down. Pet battles isn't something that I've really done. As you can see, 165 achievements, there is not a lot there. I don't know if any of my pets that I've got are rare. I think this one's quite rare because I think that was potentially like an old school pet. That's no longer available in game, which is why I think it's non-tradable. I think, I could be wrong. Might as well have a quick check because ultimately we've got a little bit of waiting to do for this next boss. Got a lot of the void scarred ones from the visions. They look pretty cool. Not the best. I think this was the newest one that I got, was the void scarred toad. Quite like that one. Again, no idea if they're any good. Might as well do this because they're all dead. Void Wiggler. Don't remember getting that guy. Not a clue. But yeah, like I say, I don't know which ones are rare, which ones aren't. I haven't got many. The ones that I have got level 25, I think potentially were good at one point, and that's why I've got them. But again, I'm not sure if they're any good now or if, you know, I've just got absolute trash. There is some good looking battle pets, but ultimately it's just not a sort of area of the game that I'm particularly that bothered about, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think it's something that I'll personally be putting a lot of time into, but if it's something that people want to watch, then by all means let me know and I'll have a look into it a bit more and see if I like it. I think there's a lot more to it than I know, because I know that there's like pet battle dungeons and stuff like that, I think. But yeah, it's not something that I've ever really paid much attention to. Right, down goes Felmist. Nothing new off her, which again isn't anything surprising. Didn't expect anything new off her. Just gotta wait for Calic Ghost now to do his thing, and then we shall move on. Getting close to Muru now, so at least there's actually a chance that we might get the item that we're waiting for there. Just try and avoid aggroing if I can, because I got caught out with that last time and then ended up with a big trail of them behind me. And I don't think there is actually anything else, because we got Apollyon last time we came here, which would have been like the only other thing that I would have been potentially interested in getting from the dungeon. Be interesting to see, can we get the legendary to drop? Always, I think it's like a decent chance, like 3% or something like that. The legendary items will drop, or the legendary bow will drop, which isn't actually as low as I used to think it was. Must be somebody else who's still aggroed to me. Stop them from mounting up, which is a nuisance. Right, there we go. They've dropped off now.
Misery, depravity, confusion, mistrust, chaos.
Oh, nice. I totally forgot that was even a thing. So we got the golden bow of Quel'Thalas, something that I've been wanting from a hunter for a long time. I totally forgot that it even dropped from this raid, and obviously because I've had my because I've had it set to warrior, it hasn't brought it up because warriors can't use them anymore. But that is such a nice addition to get to my Transmog collections. One of the things that I love about warriors is that they can equip so many different things that Transmog hunting whilst used playing as a warrior is really good. But getting that bow is such a nice addition. For whatever reason, I honestly thought that dropped off. I thought it dropped off Illidan. Which one does Illidan drop? Black Bow of the Betrayer, that's right. Personally, I prefer the Quel'Thalas one, which is why I'm so happy to have got that. But yeah, that is a really nice little surprise to get there. It's a shame it actually matches up with this armor set really nicely. So it's a shame warrior can't use it. But no, I'm very happy with that. Could make I think blood elves can be hunters, so you could make a nice like blood elf set with that weapon, I imagine. And did we get any? I don't think we got anything else that's new. Did come saying something about glory, so we've got some gauntlets, which looks like it's paladin offset. So I mean, to be fair, even if we don't get anything off Kil'jaeden now, I'll still be happy because of the bow, which was a really nice little surprise. So I'm very happy with that. Totally forgot it even dropped here. It's one of the nice things about Transmog runs is when you forget about something and then it appears. Always a nice surprise. So we make quick work of Kil'jaeden there. And we did not get the helm that we were hoping for. We just got a lot of trash. We got some gloves which I clearly already had. So sadly, again, nothing off him in terms of a new set. So what I think we'll do, to try and end on a high and complete 2 sets, just trying to think which one's going to be best. I mean, this one's got 2 bosses that can potentially drop it. The Templar version and the normal version in Bastion of Twilight. But Bastion of Twilight, if I remember right, is a bastard to find, because I can never remember where it is. I'm certain it's over here. It's not Arati. Badlands? No. It's not Burning Steps. It's not Red Ridge. I honestly can't remember where Bastion of Twilight even is. Is this it? No, it's Karazhan, isn't it? Okay. Actually, I think if we just go to Stormwind, doesn't it? Isn't there a portal to the zone where it's located? I think that's the case. We'll try it. I'm just going to use this downtime while I travel here to just do my usual plug of, you know, just saying that I want to say thank you to people who've watched the stream, to those who have written any comments in the stream and chat and, you know, sort of engaging. I really appreciate it. Ultimately, it's a new channel. I know things are going to be slow. I would love to get, you know, a couple of people interested in watching the stream and, you know, messaging in chat. But if that's not your thing and you just want to watch and you're just enjoying the channel, then thank you. Even just the views mean a hell of a lot to me. If you want to, then by all means subscribe to the channel and you'll get notifications if you press the notification bell to find out when I'm going to be doing more streams. But ultimately, there's no pressure from me for anybody to do this. It would just be nice, you know, to know that people are watching. But ultimately, as things stand, I'm just enjoying doing the streaming. You know, there hasn't been a lot of times where people have been chatting, but I'm still just trying to make the stream as engaging as I possibly can and just trying to keep it nice and light-hearted. The whole point is I just want to chill out and just have a nice chill place that people can come to and just watch some World of Warcraft, maybe have a chat, and that's the sort of, you know, community that I'd like to try and cultivate with my stream. Ultimately, it's more so for me to have, you know, a way of being able to chat, because again, I do play World of Warcraft predominantly on my own, so to have people who are in, you know, who enjoy the game and who are interested in the game to chat with and potentially play with is something that I'm doing it. So it's more of a selfish thing, in all fairness. But yeah, if anybody is watching today, or if anybody watches the on-demand video at a later stage, then thank you. I really appreciate it. So we are now at the Bastion of Twilight, and where is this place? Twilight Highlands. Do you know what? I've never even realised that was like its own place. Was that just tacked on? But has that always been there? Or has that just been tacked on? I might have to have a look at the classic to double check that. So again, I'm not sure if this has separate raid lockouts or not. Potentially does. Halfus the Wormbreaker, I think, is the first boss, so it shouldn't take us too long to give him a try. Just try and get through this bit as quick as we can. Yeah, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, he's the first boss, so that makes it a little bit quicker for us. There's a chance I might get a nice staff. Very good looking warlock staff. I always feel that one. If anybody's on the lookout for a warlock transmog staff, definitely recommend Halfus Wormbreakers. So let's have a look and see if we can get a bit of luck here and get the braces that we're after. So we'll make very quick work of Halfus. And okay, we didn't get the braces. We did get the staff, which is again a nice little addition. So I will take the staff, definitely. Again, the annoying thing is it's come up with the Pollens of the Great Etin saying that they are new, but they are clearly not new. We already had them, because I showed earlier that we only needed the braces for both of these sets. What is curious though is that right, okay, yeah, I haven't changed it to heroic. So I was thinking, why is it on 25 man, but it's dropping the blue stuff? That's because I haven't put it on heroic. So we didn't get the braces from normal mode. It says that Sandguard braces can be purchased from... Oh yeah, I think there is a vendor in the middle of Orgrimmar who actually might sell these. So what we'll do is we'll try and see if we can get the heroic version. Because again, I don't know if it's on a separate raid lockout or not. But if it is on a separate raid lockout, we'll try and get the heroic version. If the heroic version doesn't drop, we'll go to Orgrimmar and we'll see if we can just buy them. Right, okay, so it is on the same lockout, so sadly we can't go into that one again. So ultimately it looks like we're just going to be in a position whereby we'll go and have a look at the vendor to see if we can finish off a set that way. Now I did realise last time when I was struggling to get back to a zone to get out of here that in my toy box I've got like 2 additional Hearthstones, but it looks like they share a timer with the Dalaran, with your normal one. I thought that they were all separate, which would have been very handy, but sadly it looks like they're not. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes, 1 minute 50, while we wait, and then we'll go to the vendor in Orgrimmar and see if ultimately we can buy the last 2 bits that we need for those 2 sets, because I don't think there's anything else particularly interesting or that I'm interested in getting out of Bastion of Twilight. I've already got a lot of the weapons. There's a dagger, does that look any good? Not really. The crossbow is horrible. I'm not a big fan of crossbows, to be honest with you. If I'm going to play on a hunter, I'll generally use a bow or a gun. I do quite like the Naga set. Obviously I can't collect it on this character, but if I ever play on a hunter, the Naga set is definitely one that I would be looking to come and try and get for the hunter, because I actually think it's a really nice looking set. Sorry, it's a Murloc, isn't it? Not a Naga. Yeah, the sort of Bone Murloc set. I really like it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else I'm particularly bothered about. There's some decent looking stuff that drops from Bastion of Twilight, but nothing that I now need in terms of play. I've already got the full Paladin offset gear. The DK offset I'm not too bothered about because you can't get the shoulders, which is a shame. I've just noticed there that the with this male set, the sort of Murloc one, so on the heroic version it's got like the sort of blue and purple tint to the fins. You could probably make quite a nice looking set mixing those up. So like the normal version I think is more of like a greeny colour, so you could probably make like quite a nice looking set by mixing the 2 between the blue and the green. That's something that we can definitely have a look at another time. So the Hearthstone's ready, so let's make our way back to Dalaran. We'll then jump over to Orgrimmar, see if we can get this vendor. I'm almost certain it's an Orgrimmar, just on top of like the sort of main hold, about halfway up. I could be wrong. If I am, then we'll just have to do it next time we do a stream. But I'm like 99% sure that that's where this vendor's going to be located. Yeah, I think it's in this tower here. Well, it's definitely vendors. Let's have a look. Okay, so again, we might as well just buy the things that we haven't already got. Because why not? The more we've got in the more options we've got, the better. So we might as well just buy these. Oops, already got those. Definitely already had them. Okay, and then these ones require a token for the raid finder versions require a token. I'm surprised they don't just let you buy them now, to be honest. Right, okay, so some braces there. We are getting a lot of Transmog today. And I know it's just buying it, but even still. Now I need to be careful because I think I might be buying like multiple pieces of the same thing here. Potentially. Yeah, I don't think there's any difference between these shoulders is there, other than the specialization that they're meant for. So did I get any duplicates there? Yeah. chest guard of the Molten Giant Battle Plate, yeah, so they're duplicate, so I can get rid of that. And the hand guards are a duplicate, but those are unique, aren't they? And then, so look. I feel like I already have some of these pieces, I really do. But then at the same time, I thought this guy would have been the one who sold the braces, but it doesn't look like they do. So I'm a little bit confused. When it says vendor, maybe it's not actually a vendor. Maybe we're, you know, back to the same situation we were in before, where it says vendor, but it's actually a token. I mean, that's just gone from 0 to 5, so that's handy. I'm not going to turn that down. The normal Dragon Soul set, which is the red one, which looks quite nice. That one's now at 4. But yeah, these vendor braces is really confusing me. I'm just gonna have a look and just see. Does Throne of the Four Winds drop braces at all? No, so it definitely doesn't drop from there. Baradin Hold, maybe? So there is braces that drop from Baradin Hold, but none of them are the ones that we're looking for. So that would mean that it would only be this dungeon, but there's no tokens for them. They just drop, so I'm not quite sure what it means in terms of vendor, or who that vendor would be that is selling those, because I'm pretty certain we've just looked at everything these people have to offer, and they definitely didn't have any braces that I was able to buy that were for that set, because I bought everything, didn't I? Yeah, because look, I'm buying these and it's saying that I haven't got the appearance, but it's then not telling me that the appearance has been removed when I'm then getting it. I don't know. I'll have to take a look online, because it's a little bit confusing, the fact that like, I'd expect this vendor to be the one that has them, but he definitely doesn't seem to have any braces for sale from what I can see. So that I'm not sure where else that I would really get them from, other than dropping, which sadly they are yet to do. But I think that'll pretty much just about do it for today's stream. So again, anybody who's watched, thank you very much, really appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment down below if there's anything else that you would like to see in the next stream. As I mentioned, I will most likely be doing a stream tomorrow. We're going to jump back over to beta, because I'm probably going to take a look at Restoration Druid tomorrow. So if anybody is interested in Restoration Druid beta, how they currently are, what their conduits, not the conduits, what the Covenant abilities are like and things like that, then by all means pop along tomorrow. It'll most likely be early afternoon. But yeah, if anybody has been watching today, again, thank you very much, really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, because it would really help me out to know that people are wanting to watch more, and I'll continue to do the streams and update you as anything happens. But for now, thanks again, take care.